it's Riley, and today marks 1 month post-op phalloplasty, which is just amazing to think that it's already been a month. Honestly, it doesn't feel like it, and so much has happened in this last little short period of time. So first of all, I guess if you have not stayed up to date on what has been going on and everything that has been happening in the last month, I posted a video basically almost every single day over that period of time, and if you would like to catch yourself up, you can. I will kind of do a small little rundown here, but only a slight rundown because I do want to talk about something specific. So basically, in the last month, what happened was on April 5th, I had my surgery for phalloplasty. I ended up staying in the hospital side of things for a full, complete 3 days, and then on the fourth day, I ended up going to the recovery center. And then basically I ended up spending the remaining 7 days there. So I was there for a total of 10 days. And then on the 10th day, I ended up flying home and then doing the rest of my recovery here. Basically ended up dealing also with some complications along the way and along the process, and has been, having some ups and downs with that, and just, having to deal with everything and just trying to get it all under control. But I have to say, some things are definitely looking a lot better. Some things are finally starting to progress, but other things, are still a lot slower and still having some concerns and issues. So yeah, it's just been a whole whirlwind, and those complications, just a kind of a brief rundown, are with my arm and then happened with the phallus. And again, those in detailed descriptions of what exactly have been going on are in previous videos. But if you've been staying along the way, you kind of know a little bit about that. But anyways, yeah, basically, it has been a whole lot that has happened, and I'm just really appreciative of all the love and support. But I had somebody actually ask me a question today regarding this surgery and, the last month or so. The question was, would I have preferred to stay in Montreal if I could have went back and then ended up staying there in an Airbnb for a little bit longer and dealing with my complications there and been a bit more closer to the surgical team, or would I have changed anything? My answer to that, personally, I would have not changed anything. For me, one, to stay in an Airbnb meant I would have had to pay out of pocket for whatever extended period of time. Say if I end up staying till now, that'd have been 3 full weeks, end up staying in an Airbnb, and then just that's just money that I knew I would have not really wanted to be able to spend on just being closer to a surgical team, just in case something really happened. 2, I also already pre-set up a surgical team here. Specifically, I spoke about seeing my urologist, which has been absolutely amazing. Also, she has contact with other people, with the arm graft specialist and other surgical people that if I needed to get in contact with, which was absolutely amazing. My family doctors here. Also, being able to stay in touch with Montreal through email if any concerns did pop up and they were concerned about it, they would be able to tell me either what to do, or if I had to go to an ER, I know that I have the resources here in Alberta specifically. So for me, it just didn't really make sense to go to Montreal and end up staying there longer when I didn't need to. And it just, having the support and the system that I did here, I knew that I was in good hands and that I could trust the team I have here just as much as the team that I have, back in Montreal. So I would not have changed that, though I do know people that, end up going to other surgeons that are out of Canada. So as example, San Francisco, and stuff like that. And sometimes it is recommended that you stay near the surgeon in case there is complications. But for this, normally, unless you live in Montreal, they do not require you to stay there or suggest that you stay there, though it is up to the person individually. Though I just didn't have a surgical team there that to deal with my complications. If I had any, it would have only been myself and my partner, and there wasn't really a big difference in up staying there except for more costs and having to then figure out a team to to really deal with any of the aftermath if there was any concern. So it was just easier for me to come back here. Yeah, that's kind of one little thing that I wanted to talk about. And then also too, the other thing that I wanted to kind of mention was just how much things have actually changed and happened. So to kind of give you a little bit of another quick rundown is obviously after surgery things were healing and then dealing with complications, but just so much actually has happened and so much has actually changed. And just the way that things are actually looking, has come a huge long way. Though I mentioned in previous videos, there's still a lot of recovery left for me. I don't think I will be back to work at that 8-week mark. That is the minimum recovery time that they suggest for phalloplasty. I don't think the 8-week mark is even going to be close. I think I'm going to be quite a bit longer in my recovery, as I'm at the halfway mark right now, and things you know, with my mobility on my arm has definitely not been where I want it to be, because I haven't been able to do the strength training that I wanted to. I haven't been able to do the movements and just, you know, stretching that I've been able, like, or wanted to do because of the complications. I have been, you know, still doing my finger movements. Like, I'm able to do this. I can squeeze, but though, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, I can't, like, close my hand. There's just, you know, the mobility is not quite where I thought it would be at this point, just because of the complications and stuff. So yeah, it's just, you know, like, just realizing though how far I've come, but still how much is left to go. And it's just, you know, a really, really amazing journey. But though it's been a hard one, I'm just grateful for the support and the people that have been there for me. The only update right now, actually, that I will give you before this video ends is that I am hoping to get a home care nurse coming in and taking a look at my arm, and then hopefully be able to kind of get that looking a bit nicer. Though the silver nitrate treatments actually are looking a little bit better and has been helping already. I noticed a big difference, but I will touch on that in a separate video. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, as we have to do another treatment. But one other thing I want to ask of you all is if there's any questions, topics, or anything like that that you would like to hear from me, as of now it is 1 month post-op and so much has changed. I would definitely appreciate that. So as I mentioned in all my videos, if you would like to suggest any, please put them down in the comments down below. Lastly, again, as always, you know, I do like to post a lot of content, and because it is my 1 month post-op, I have posted new picture updates of my arm and my leg on my Instagram. So if you would like to go check that out, please do. I don't post it on here only for the fact that I don't want these videos to get flagged. This is content that I like to update people on and give education on, and I don't want these videos to not be accessible to the people that need them. So that for that reason, I post all my picture updates and on stuff like that on my phalloplasty on other platforms. So as I mentioned in all my other videos, again, that link will be in my description, and it's my Linktree account, which will give you access to those other platforms that I post. And I do post everything from my arm to my leg to my phallus and everything basically in between. I like all of the video stuff as well. So if you would like to follow me on any of those, feel free to do so. And as well, in that option, there is going to be a tip recovery option if you would like to help and support me in that way, or an Amazon wish list as well. Feel free to do so, and I would greatly appreciate it. But anyways, I hope you all enjoy this video, and thank you all for being here and a part of this journey. But bye for now.